Loop, 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 loop. London, 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 London.
Hello, hello.
Hey everyone.
Hey, hey. So I've got another friend here with me again. I'm knocking the guests off pretty sharpish over 2024. So yeah, you're tuned into Minerals. Let's start it right. I'm Noko, also known as Ishan. And I've got K.Wilson here with me.
Hey everyone.
Hey.
Thanks for having me, by the way.
Yeah, no, always. It's a pleasure. And yeah, I'm very excited to chat to you because, we've known each other a little while. And I don't think you actually, we were covering this earlier, but you didn't know that was my first gig, but you actually gave me my first gig.
Yeah, I didn't realise that.
Props to you.
Yeah, it was an honour.
And look at me now. No, I'm joking. So let's, we'll ask a few questions. So yeah, just tell us a little bit about yourself, mate.
I'm K.Wilson, DJ. We'll say part-time producer for the time being because we were just chatting about this before.
Watch your space.
Trying to get back on that production horse, so to speak. But yeah, DJ first and foremost. Record shop co-owner with my wonderful wife Faye, Shrubs and Dubs over at Box Park in Shoreditch.
Look it up.
And DJ tutor at London Sound Academy.
Mate, covered it all. You wear many hats.
Many hats.
And you wear them well. You wear them very well. One of the hats that you wear particularly well is the DJ hat. I don't know if you locked onto his Instagram when I put out the post that Kieran. Can I call you Kieran? Yeah?
Yeah, Kieran.
Kieran's going to be on the show. The guy is techie. He gets seriously techie with the CDJs. So if you haven't looked up, just look at the skills. He's got mad skills. So yeah, it'd be a shame. Yeah, it'd be a shame if he didn't do a little mix today, and we'll definitely get into that. So yeah, what happened? What got you into it? Why are you a DJ?
Why am I a DJ? Good question. So I grew up, I'm not going to say how long ago, but it was a fair while ago, listening to a lot of music. So my dad used to DJ. So reggae sound system. So I don't know if you ever did Carnival, but the kind of vibe that you get at Carnival, huge speaker stacks, single turntable, someone hosting on the mic and just dub after dub after dub after version. Yeah.
I love that so much.
That's what he used to do.
That's sick.
So in the house, it was just always music. And then being a hyperactive 7-8-year-old listening to a lot of dub reggae. Yeah. When jungle started
of course,
cropping up, I was like, this is like what dad plays, just a lot faster. Yeah. So my uncles were really into that, and we used to go roller skating in North London at Roller City. So during the afternoon, you'd get the likes of Shy FX.
You're just rubbing shoulders.
Randall, like all of those early jungle DJs playing down there at these events. And from sort of 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then later on in the evening, it was over 18s. So I just used to skate around there listening to jungle. Sick. And then jungle moved into garage. Yeah. So just recording stuff off the radio, and I was like, I'd love to just hear what these songs do. Because you never hear it to the end. Yeah. So then on my way to school, once I was secondary age, there was a record shop, Boogie Times. So I grew up in Romford.
I've heard of Boogie Times. Yeah.
So Boogie Times in Romford, that's where I grew up. So I'd always walk past. I was always too scared to go in. And then one day I was like, today's the day, I'm doing it. Yeah. Went in.
A star was born.
Yeah. And they, I remember one of the guys looking at me from over the counter and being almost what are you doing in here?
Really?
Yeah, you typical year 7, blazers too big, massive rucksack.
And they're sausage tie. It doesn't even go past the second
Literally.
button. Yeah.
And he was I was like, can I listen to some records? I really like garage. And he was like,
surely they'd lap that up. They're just right, a young mind to mould. Let's go.
He just looked at me like I was like he'd never seen a teenage boy before. And I was like, and then one of the other guys was like, go on, just let him listen to some tunes. And I was like, I listened to this radio station and this DJ and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you actually know what you're talking about. Yeah. So, from there, I just started saving my lunch money, buying records. Didn't have turntables. But I was just listening. And then I was like, I'd love to be able to mix from one song to the next like they do on radio. Right. And I had a cousin who bought some turntables.
Sick.
So phoned him for every night for as long as I could remember until he caved, and then that was it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Mate, I love that. That's that's such a genuine and honest story. Yeah. It's not It's like what we were talking about earlier. It's just not like, I had one DJ lesson. I went out and bought like turntables and that was it. Like it's like that's proper like fostered from the beginning. Yeah, I love that. I love that your dad was like, he's part of history, like sound system culture as well. Like in London, that's just like
like it played a huge part. So like my dad, like I see a lot of my dad in myself now. Yeah. In the sense that like I'd listen to music and he'd be like, oh, that's from this person, or that's a remix of this tune, and I always be like, oh, that's someone cool. But like now I'm like, oh, that's a sample of whatever, and you know what I mean? Like, so but like he's the one that got the journey started. Like he was the one who got me to like really listen to music. Yeah. Not just go, that's a nice song. Yeah. He'd be like, listen to how that bit's put together. Listen to the bass line. Listen to how the melody does this and he's not musically trained, but he's got a very good ear for music. Sick. And that just kind of rubbed off.
Trickled down. Trickled down that intuitive ear. No, I love it. That's really sweet. Yeah. Love that story. Great. Wasn't expecting that answer. I'm like, chuffed to bits with that question. And your answer, obviously. So I'm not like being self-congratulatory here. Yeah, great. Oh, God, I did such a good job.
Do you know what? I've got to say, I totally get what it's like to be on that side, like doing the interview. Because the amount of times, I say the amount of times, I've done it a few times. I'm like, I'll get a guest on the show, and you write all these questions, and you're like, right, questions here, I'm going to ask them. And it's like, as soon as you see the question, it just goes out of your head. And you're like, now what am I supposed to ask? And then someone gives an answer and you're like, oh, that's really interesting. And now I don't remember what I was going to say next. I don't know if it's like that for you, but I know for me personally, all the time.
No, it's exactly like that. Like I write show notes and they've got like less and less organized as I've kind of done this more. I've left it like very open. I've just got like questions and then just flow from there. Just to like, because you need space to breathe, otherwise it's going to sound awkward. Right. Sick. Right. Should we play some tracks? We chatted like
let's do it.
Let's we'll make you have a little blend. What have you got? You can tell us like the first track and then
I've got a bit of everything. So I'll be honest, things like this I kind of struggle with, because I mean, you listen to so much music and there's so much out there.
Like remembering the labels and like
it's quite house centric. So I've just chosen a few bits that they're tracks that I've just really enjoyed, that have really stood out to me over the past few years. I have gotten more into house again over the past few years. I've gone all over the place. So like I was saying, started with jungle and then into garage to grime to dubstep, and then back to house, and just all over the place in terms of music. Because I mean,
life's too short, innit?
Yeah, that's literally it. That was literally what I was about to say. Life's too short to just listen to one genre. But for this, I have gone quite housey. There's been a few people that have stood out over the past few years. So Fritz Wentic.
Oh yeah.
Love his stuff. Cynthia as well.
Okay. No, I don't know Cynthia. This is
one
new.
track in particular. She's based over in Berlin.
Nice.
And I heard this track, and as soon as I heard it, it just sounded like an old sort of 90s Ice Cream Records UK garage 4/4. And I was like, have I missed this? Did this come out years ago? And I just completely overlooked it. When I looked it up, it came out like 2019, I think.
Oh wow.
And I don't know, like every time I played it, I was like, you know, some tracks just like tick the box.
Take you back,
As soon as you hear it, you're like, I have to have that. So like, I heard it straight online, found it, ordered the vinyl, bought the MP3, like the whole lot. And then some classics in there, so like a bit of Kerry Chandler as well. That kind of popped into my head just because, well, one, Kerry Chandler's a legend, but also he did that free download last week. He released a download pack. To celebrate his dad's birthday. And then like a few newer bits as well. Casey Spillman, Casey Spillman, who I know has been down here a few times.
Yeah, sweet.
On Bloop, and then a few newer bits. So really into DJ ADHD.
Oh yeah.
Chloe Robinson.
Mad,
at the moment.
Pretty weird.
Yeah, pretty weird. Absolutely
pretty weird. Pretty good.
Yeah. Like it's stuff like that. Like music that you hear and it's going to sound so cliche, but it makes you feel something.
Yeah, body music.
Yeah, whether you hear it and you're like, oh my God, I want to be in a club on a dance floor now.
Yeah.
Or I need to have this on repeat in my headphones. Like, that's what music should do.
Absolutely, man.
But yeah, bit of everything today.
Cool.
So we'll just sort of jump in and see what happens.
Yeah. Go for it. You're the boss. You're the guest. I'll let you take over.
Cool.
K.Wilson on the 1s and 2s. Let's go. Hello, hello. Wow. I was taking notes. I was back at school. No, that was sick. Well, no, you'll jump back on. Don't worry. But let's chat.
Oh, mate,
a little bit more.
Just quick, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. While I was like having a little mix, I was like, I don't often do this. Like,
really,
I don't get to mix just for, not that this is mixing for the sake of mixing, but like I don't get to just go, oh, let's play some tunes. Like usually I'm preparing for a radio show or like prepare for a gig. It's never just here's some tunes that I enjoy. I'm just gonna mess around with them.
Nice.
So thank you.
Pressure's off, mate. No, thank you. I'm sure the listeners are thanking you as well. That was a little kind of a little lesson in how to DJ. Fun as well, not just like sliding the low out and then bringing the other tune in, which it was like very creative mixing. Really fun to watch, mate.
Thank you.
So thank you for that. Right, so back to DJing. Where do you like buying your music? I ask all the DJs this, so sorry. And it's a bit of an annoying question.
No, it's a great question.
Okay, cool.
In all honesty, wherever I can find it,
Nice.
I'm that person that's Shazamming. I'm
In a coffee shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. So funny you should say that. Detroit Swindle, the breakup.
Oh yeah.
Found that in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
On
Love it.
Shazam. Like,
What a tune though.
it was just as it was coming to the end, and the guy working behind the counter, I was like, "Can you rewind it? I need to know what it is." And then so literally everywhere, but main place Bandcamp.
Yeah. Good.
Multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Like, one, just amazing music on there.
Yeah.
Always really unique. Obviously, it supports the artists.
Yes.
That goes a very long way. I mean,
All about the ethics.
yeah, 100%.
Ethical
Like,
DJing.
if we want to continue doing this and go out and play music to people and have them dance to it, we need people to be able to make that music and live off it. So if I can do my bit, I go shop on Bandcamp.
Big
Like,
respect.
Even if I find it on like a Juno or Beatport or one of those, I'll always go Bandcamp instead.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
yeah,
You're listening, kids.
That's the place. Go shop on Bandcamp.
Nice. So so you were chatting. Obviously, you've been kind of around music and records since a very young age. But do you remember the first one you actually bought with your pocket money? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do remember it very clearly.
Come on then.
Bart Simpson, Deep Trouble.
No.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
I love
Banger.
it.
Absolutely banger. I've still got it at home.
Really?
Yeah, still got it at home.
Not scratched.
Not a scratch. Oh, actually, that's
Maybe.
a lie. And then after that, I got into my cheesy garage phase.
Yeah.
You know what? I can't knock it because
I think it's-
we all had it. We all had it. Like, if
It's
you grew up
fine.
in a certain time period in a certain part of the UK,
Yeah.
you were into that kind of garage, and that was like the springboard into the underground.
Yeah.
I think.
You need the springboard. No one's born alternative. As
No.
much as you like to kid yourself, maybe
So,
we all have that
I
kind
will
of
not
space.
deny the fact that I've got 2 copies of Architect's Body Groove at home on vinyl.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
wait, there'll be relics. They'll like give it 20, 40 years, you know, they'll be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
where's that 19 pressing, original
know?
pressing of.
Did you know? So, been watching The Apprentice recently.
Okay, nice.
One of the guys that was in the Architects was on Apprentice.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't even know. Like, they were doing a challenge the other day.
Yeah.
And they were like, why did you use his track in your promo video? He's on the other team. And then he was like, thanks for that. I probably got 7 pence in royalties.
Yeah. Those are the classic 1990s recording contracts. Yeah, get shafted. Oh dear. Hey, that's amazing. Lovely. And then what DJs did you kind of, I mean, probably a bit young to be like DJing, but maybe, I don't know. What ones did you look up to? Probably too many to name.
No. EZ.
EZ.
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Enough
he
said.
was the guy. Like,
Yeah.
growing up, again, like garage days, it was like the Pure Garage compilations were coming out.
Yeah.
There wasn't really anyone... Well, there were other people, but the thing that stood out for me was I'd listen to his mixes and be like,
Oh my God.
what is he, like, how does he make the tune sound like that?
Yeah.
And then he was like the first proper DJ that I went out and saw. So
Yeah.
again, growing up in Romford, it was really weird. It's an odd place.
Okay.
I went back there for the first time in ages the other day. It's a really odd place. But it's right in the middle.
Okay.
So you're maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes from central London on the train.
Yeah.
And then 25 minutes in the other way, you're out deep countryside Essex.
Yeah.
So it's a really sort of central meeting point for a lot of people. So where you had Boogie Times records there, you had Trackmaster, another record shop, but then you had loads of clubs.
Yeah.
You had Time and Envy, Hollywood or Vivid and Elite, it kept changing its name, and a few other clubs. So a lot of the promoters from like East London. So you had Frisky, like promoter, all of the Pure Garage events, Garage Nation, all of that stuff. They'd run their events there because they knew that it was really easy for people to get to.
Yeah.
So it was just like a hub at that point. So I remember going to Time and Envy, seeing EZ. Literally, I turned 18. Following week, I was in there, face pressed against the glass, watching EZ DJ, and I was just blown away because I'd been mixing in my bedroom for a few years by this point.
Yeah.
And I'd never seen someone mix like that. He literally lifted the needle, put it on the turntable, let the record go, just literally swiped the tempo fade, the pitch fader up and down.
Yeah.
and then started chopping the track in.
Yeah.
And I was like,
how is he doing that?
How did he do that?
Yeah.
Like, surely it's not beat match.
Yeah.
And he did it again and again and again and again for an hour and a half straight.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's
easy.
like something I'm like only coming to terms with now. Like the tempo fader, like beat match. It's to do it like in a club setting as well.
Yeah.
Just like with the pressure of keeping the crowd like going and doing it like
flawless. And he didn't break a sweat. And I was just like, okay, that's cool.
That's it.
And then
what he's doing now with like CDJs as well, like some of the things he like orchestrates and chops tracks up, and like he's like changing the pitch of the track with a little like in time with the tempo fader, like
it's crazy.
Genius.
Like that's the stuff that really like impresses me. Like I think it's really cool. Like you can't really dance to it all the time.
No.
And it can get a bit too much. Yeah. In the right environment, it's great. So like I'm a huge fan of like a lot of like turntablists and like DMC DJs. So like DJ Craze, massive inspiration. And he's like so it's funny because we were talking about Fabric before. I saw him at Fabric. Yeah. And he's one of those people that really like finds that good balance between the technical stuff, but then he can absolutely take the roof off of anywhere that he plays. Yeah. And that's what I look at and go, that's a great DJ.
Good skill.
Yeah.
Get someone that can do both. Book someone that can do both.
There you go. At K.Wilson on Instagram. DM me.
There you go. Wicked. Okay, so we've chatted music. So you have your own record shop, don't you?
Yes. Shrubs and Dubs. It's not purely mine.
Oh, sorry.
Wife.
Yes.
We run it together. Do you know what? She's incredible. She's the one that's like there day in, day out, like making it work. Yeah. Essentially, I come in and go, oh, what records should we order? I was looking at this. This is a cool tune. This is a cool tune. Let's get this in. And she's like running it like a military operation. Like she's
love it.
Go down and say hi. Yeah. Unit 28, Box Park, Shoreditch.
Yes. New digs.
New digs. Yeah.
New digs. Great. Do you want to? We've got 15 minutes left. I just want to get you back on the decks again. Yeah, that was cool. That was great. That was great. Yeah, should we'll have a big last 15?
Yeah, let's go for it.
I'll chirp in a couple of minutes from the end, and we'll say our bye-byes. But
cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get him back on. I'll just fill the space. Hope everyone's good out there, having a good Wednesday. I'm out of small talk.
Let's go with this. Something a bit more up-tempo.
Cool. All right. K.Wilson, back on the ones and twos. Keep it locked. Wow. Oh, gosh, that was a bit loud. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. Couldn't contain my excitement. Yeah, that was sick.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, Kieran.
Just ended on a bit of a classic. This one, I say classic, AGS.
Yeah.
It is...
Go on, use the info.
MLK.
MLK.
AGS, yeah. So going back to what I was saying, Dad, sound system, this is one that I always used to play.
Yeah.
It's like, this is another tune. And da-da-da. So, yeah, a bit of a personal one to end on.
Oh,
yeah.
a little piece of yard on the end.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
But it was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for having me on.
Hey.
I really appreciate it, and definitely going to do a bit of a...
Like for like.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Hopefully I can bring it just like you did, because
Yeah,
that was sick.
No
That
doubt.
was really, really good to watch, and very inspiring for me too.
Oh,
yeah, thanks, man.
anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah, you've been a great guest.
Oh, thank
What, guys? I'm not being kicked off yet. I got on the mic to say goodbye, but Mr. Producer hasn't showed up. But he'll come soon. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys, and yeah, listening to the sounds and selections of K.Wilson. He definitely gave you something to listen to. That's for sure. And yeah, I'm blown away. Yeah, that was so cool. That was cool. Right, yeah. So yeah, you know where to catch the show. We're back again next month. Same time, Wednesdays. Yeah, keep safe, stay out of trouble, and yeah, keep listening to good music. Want to say goodbye,
Until next
Kieran?
time.
Yeah.
Yep. Just want to say thank you again for having me down.
Yeah. Where can we catch you?
You can catch me. What have I got coming up? Oh, mind blank. Just give me a follow. Instagram at it's K.Wilson. Give the shop a follow at Shrubs and Dubs. Come down, visit us. Record Store Day next month,
Yes.
20th of April.
Yes.
And I have some amazing releases in store for that. So come down, check them out. We always have a fresh selection of underground music. So if you're not buying on Bandcamp, come buy it at Shrubs and Dubs.
Yeah. Come support your local
100%.
and or not. Little business, small business.
That's the one.
All right, guys. See you later.